Hello there, and welcome back to FDW Season 3.
FDW, what is up?
I'll tell you what's up, Jose. The lights have gone down low, the cameras are flashing, and there's a beam of light because a storm's coming in the form of Jade Cargill to kick things off.
Sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting low, Jade Cargill's here. Jade Cargill we haven't seen in quite a while. Not since SummerSlam, I don't think.
I was going to say, we've not seen Jade Cargill since her ill-fated match against Nia Jax.
It was pretty humiliating, I'm not going to lie.
Well, the way she burst onto the scene, robbing the fan favourite Wendy Chu of her opportunity, only to get crumpled up and thrown away by Nia Jax, just perhaps was too much of a explosive start for even Jade Cargill.
Yep. She's finally done dusting off her wounds and looking to get back into the action against one Tiffany Stratton.
So a huge opportunity for Jade Cargill here as Tiffany Stratton, former FDW Women's Champion.
Likewise, Tiffany Stratton, a bit of a fall from grace this series, starting out so strong as the Women's Champion, then ran into the brick wall that is Nia Jax.
Well, she had a successful defense against none other than Tegan Knox, let's not forget, but yeah, wasn't able to get it done when she eventually ran into Nia Jax.
Nah.
So, and she's been struggling to find her groove since then, even challenging Logan Paul to a match a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Logan Paul, who later on this evening will be making a statement, so we look forward to that one.
I mean, he certainly made a statement last week.
That he very much did. He was reprimanded for his actions. But there's equal opportunities, and then there's that.
Well, yeah, there's certain things you don't do, regardless of who you're up against. But
yeah,
it was made somewhat worse. But if you don't know what we're talking about, then go back and watch the last episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Easy as that. All you do, and you missed a great episode if you haven't watched that one.
Is that all we know is that the epilepsy kicks in.
Yep. It's building up to be a great episode here tonight as well.
Oh, we've got quite the main event later on this evening, that is for sure. But to kick things off, Cargill and Stratton staring daggers into each other. Both these women hungry for some success.
Hungry like the wolf.
Hungry like the Jade Cargill. It's not the same.
As she tries to battle out of the bear hug, switches it round.
Just having a bit of a cuddle.
Oh. Jade Cargill really ragdolling Tiffany Stratton.
Gonna wear her down. I'm looking for a cheeky pin here. Doug slides into position. Stratton not having any of it. Oh,
Tiffany.
Count of one.
Jade reverses.
Great chain wrestling here from these two. Doug just not even getting off the mat, just like, I'm going to need to keep counting.
Yeah, my knees aren't as good. I'll just stay down here.
My knees.
My knees. Tiffany now with a side headlock.
These two just feeling each other out at this stage.
Yeah. Just has the makings of a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
There's some wrestling. Jade slamming Tiffany down to the mat.
Face first. Looking to go up top here. Not sure how wise that is as Jade mistimes the jump and falls to the outside.
But that's once again Jade Cargill making herself look like a fool. Just like she did at SummerSlam. Sorry to be a bit blunt there about Jade Cargill.
I mean,
but the amount of mistakes she's made, she can't be making them against wrestlers of this caliber.
Well, she's only got herself to blame. She came into FDW like a whirlwind, and she just hasn't impressed.
And Tiffany Stratton making her pay for it as well.
She hasn't reached the level to match her ego, as it were.
That she has not.
Tiffany Stratton definitely making her pay. She just knocks her to the outside.
Just collapsing, and Stratton Lets her do all the kip-ups she wants. She wants that competition inside the ropes as Cargill looks to just sneak a pin in. She's going to do more than that.
Bit of an air of desperation there. Cargill trying to catch Tiffany Stratton off guard. Maybe end this one before it makes her look any worse.
Both these women seeming a little desperate for the pinfall now as Cargill kicked to the midsection and Stratton has none of it.
I mean, we've seen things like this before. Hopeful wrestlers getting blinded by the bright lights of FDW. It happens. It happens.
Massive elbow drop there from Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany soars across the ring like an eagle. Got a 2. Just
that was
2.
close.
Jade with the
2.5.
Tiffany stressed. She thought that was it. She needs to stay focused. She needs to break this dry spell.
Kick to the midsection now. Cargill's all up on the ropes. Shots to the back now from Stratton, just wearing down the powerhouse of Jade Cargill.
I was going to say, those shots to the back are really going to impede Jade Cargill's strength.
Side rushing leg sweep into some quick flurries as Tiffany Stratton heads up to the top rope.
Oh,
a huge senton. Cargill with the read, and
Cargill
again looking for that roll up.
I say, has she got another move?
Yeah. Stratton wise to it, shotgun drop kick there, straight to the midsection.
Jade Cargill ran into that one and was sent flying.
Rolling to the outside now, the flared chop straight across the chest, flattening Stratton.
Cargill trying to fight back into this one.
Strattoning flatten. It's been a long day.
yeah, clearly.
We're making shit puns.
Wasn't even a pun.
It was a spoonerism. As now Jade Cargill looks to demonstrate her power once again.
Oh!
Deadlift powerbomb to the outside.
Narrowly missing those steps. We're at a count of 6 now, and I don't know if these women have heard that.
Massive pump kick there to Stratton.
Jade Cargill perhaps frustrated, just out to deal some damage.
Is this how she's gonna do it? Is this how she wants to pick up a victory? Really, Jade?
That would be a poor showing on Jade Cargill's part if she were to do it, and I think this is gonna be how it ends.
Disappointing once again from Cargill. I wouldn't be that showboaty about it if I were you, Jade.
It's a win on paper, but it's not a win in our hearts.
No. Win by technicality, you know. If you try to get back to winning ways, it's one way to do it, but you know, still not really back in the conversation.
It was looking to be a very good match up until the ending.
She knew what she could get away with.
And she did it. But speaking of people trying to get away with stuff...
Yes, the old Stella Swigger himself, Logan Paul.
Yep. Logan Paul wanted to say a few words, probably an apology for Zelina Vega, perhaps.
Yep, that was a stipulation of his reprimand that he come out and make a public apology. So it looks like he's stepping up to it.
He doesn't seem to be apologising, though. Instead, he's saying he's given everyone a fair shot and taken all comers. So much so that he's going to issue an open challenge for Survivor Series for the hybrid title. And
he's so confident that he is going to win that match, like he's won all of his other matches. Interesting.
So, yeah, Logan Paul's ego growing, and a lack of apology I saw there.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an apology, but we didn't get it.
No.
I mean, he's going to be in a meeting with management once again, isn't he?
Yeah, we're going to have to get some answers on that one.
That's not how we do business here in FDW. We don't punch women in the face with brass knuckles.
No, we punch them in the face, just not with brass knuckles.
Yeah. Speaking of punching women in the face, Charlotte Flair.
Absolutely. She, well, actually,
I realised how that sounded.
Yeah, that was a weird segue, but I was going to roll with it. She punched us all in the face there last week with her surprise appearance after yet another Nia Jax victory. And I mean, let's be frank, she has asked for a title match at Survivor Series. Straight up, she turned up and she has asked for it. That is news now. Nia Jax yet to make a decision on whether she will accept.
The thing is, it's not Nia Jax's decision on this occasion. It is management's decision. And breaking news, it will be Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax at Survivor Series. Sorry if you missed the memo on that one, Jose. She's asked for the title match. There are no challengers left in the women's division. They're having to step up to the likes of Logan Paul.
I'm a bit more professional. I don't bring my computer out here to start checking the emails and whatnot.
I keep one eye on things, I know what's going on.
You're playing Candy Crush.
Let's face it, I'm playing Supercard.
Yes,
that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. I wouldn't have given your coat to Doug, Charlotte. He does like to pawn things for drug money.
Well, this will be a debut. I know Charlotte kind of graced our screens last week, but in-ring action, stepping up against, let's call her Nia's lackey, Sonya Deville.
Yeah, sort of. I'd hesitate to say someone that Nia Jax has taken under her wing, because that's not the case. She's just someone that Nia Jax throws at the opponent every now and again.
Yeah, as opposed to herself.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to have a minion,
It's a perfect way for Nia Jax to get a feel for what an opponent is capable of without risking too much.
Plus, if you're Sonya Deville, it helps keeping Nia Jax on side, I suppose. You don't want to make an enemy of Nia.
In the crosshairs, yeah.
Yeah, she's been in the crosshairs.
I think
she doesn't like being there.
Before. She's one of the little sucker fish that hang out underneath sharks.
I tell you exactly who she is. You know the Pokemon Mantine?
Yes.
She's the little Remoraid under the wing.
Yeah, that's it.
She's the proverbial Shelder on the tail of a slowpoke. Shelder!
Sonya!
Oh, Shelder Deville.
Oh, God. Oh, one day she'll evolve into Cloyster.
And I'll be a beautiful butterfly.
Starting with some swift strikes on Charlotte, but Charlotte straight into a...
bridging pin there, looking to get it done early days. But as you've alluded to, this is probably, Nia Jax coming out with Sonya Deville, just sussing out her opponent. Is this the secret to Nia Jax's success?
Well, I mean, I think it's part of it. I think Nia Jax is actually quite the complete package. She does her research, and she is so dangerous in between the ropes.
That she is. Yeah, don't let her sheer brute force fool us all. She's not just Bronson in a wig. She's Bronson with a brain in a wig.
Yes, which is staging. Imagine if Bronson had a brain more than I need beef.
It's Bronson and the brain.
Give me beef.
One is a champion, the other's insane. In fact, they're both champions. What am I talking about? Speaking of Bronson, he will be in the main event this evening. We alluded to it earlier. Bronson and Randy Orton. We didn't see them last week. They're stepping up to tag action against AOP.
Yeah, huge match ahead of the Survivor Series elimination. The classic Survivor Series elimination tag match that we will be having at Survivor Series between Team Orton and the Powers of Pain.
No championships on the line, I must stress, in the main event.
Nope. Despite the stipulation of the hardcore title, it's singles action only for that title.
Yes. Or at least, singles competitors. It's a bit of an awkward one already. But Charlotte
I class Fatal 4-Way singles action because you're out for yourself.
Yes. Oh, huge crossbody there from Charlotte Flair. We draw our attention back to the women in this match. Charlotte making a fantastic debut for FDW. Quite the acquisition, I must say. Well done, management.
Absolutely. I mean, they had to pick up someone to take on Nia Jax, and who better than someone of the caliber of Charlotte Flair. But Sonya Deville definitely been doing some training with Nia Jax. She's taking it to Charlotte
Pretty
Flair
ruthless. Here. As there appears to be a kendo strewn at ringside there on the right-hand side.
Oh, I wonder who that could have come from.
She was using it as a toothpick. She's Bronson, just picking out the cow.
Just the whole cow runs out.
Just from under the ring.
Get back here. Drags it back. Got hoof marks in the ground.
Just the front half of a cow dragging its way out. Shoot me!
Oh, Charlotte Flair. For it.
Thinking about natural selection, Sonya Deville sees it coming. Makes her pay.
Now, I was very impressed by Sonya Deville. We've seen a lot of sudden sort of appearances here on FDW, and it has really thrown the locker room, but Sonya seems to have come into this one with a game plan, and it is working.
I tell you what else we've seen a lot of. People not winning their debut match. Could Charlotte just be the latest in a long line of names who come up short at the beginning?
I mean, that is the FDW curse, isn't it?
Yeah. At least you don't have to go through William Regal anymore.
Which with the new intergender matches would have been great.
Yeah. Just step up, Flower. He really would give you the brass knucks. As they're now just slugging it out with each other here, Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair, and fair play to Flair. She's taking the punishment from a former MMA veteran in Sonya Deville.
This is going to be good practice for Flair, because if there's one thing Nia Jax can take, it's a lot of hits.
Yeah, she likes her beef tenderized.
Oh. Back and forth, hockey style.
They're just shaking it off. Deville.
Sonya Deville.
Almost with a jackhammer there, and Charlotte flipping through.
To, catch her balance and wriggle through. Charlotte Flair now lining up Sonya Deville.
She's getting it locked in. Here's the figure four. Is she going to transition? It's cinched in. She's pushing through. Is Sonya Deville going to be... No, not on this occasion. Not quite getting the full figure eight locked in.
I was going to say, Sonya Deville, the first person ever on FDW to get a tap out.
Will it be insult to injury?
Was lost by tap out there. Gets the two, and there it is. Charlotte Flair
has broken the curse.
Yep. She's dispatched Sonya Deville, and is looking ahead to Survivor Series. Should Nia Jax be worried?
It's quite a statement, rocking up and winning your debut, breaking the Regal curse.
Yes.
Which is definitely what it should be called.
Yeah. Regal curse.
I mean, you talk about regality. Nothing quite like the Regal Queen that is Charlotte Flair.
Absolutely, a good debut there, and she looks good heading into Survivor Series against Nia Jax.
Once again, that match will be for the women's title. So, confirmed matches. Yep. Well, we're kicking things off straight away. Randy looking to lead from the front for his team, but Bronson does what Bronson wants.
Bronson wants a piece of Akam, and I think he got the whole piece.
Yep. This might be one bit of beef that Bronson can't handle.
Yeah, a bit too gristly. Akam, I mean, Akam's sheet for his rap for this season has been quite impressive. The people he's knocked off.
Giggity.
Yeah, I don't know how
Use your
I was
words,
going to say that.
He's been ferocious. He really has.
He has.
Since getting victory over the Tribal King, he's just been on another level.
Speaking of ferocious, Bronson Reed.
He's just been using Bide. Oh, and there it is, God. The Bronson of old.
He did not appreciate that, a knockdown by Akam, and he is making him pay. It's been a while since we've seen Bronson so incensed.
I mean, Randy didn't really appear to fight too much the fact that Bronson wanted to tag in, but now Bronson reluctantly makes the tag to Wharton. perhaps Bronson realises that he's going to need a little bit of help against all of the meat he's going to be stood across from at Survivor Series.
Absolutely. And Randy wasting little time going after Akam here. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. The Powers of Pain definitely more unionized.
Yeah, there's definitely a hierarchy with the Powers of Pain,
Yes.
isn't there? There's a clear leader. Everybody knows their role, but with Team RKO, is everyone out for themselves? Certainly Pete Dunne after last week.
Yeah, Randy is going to be... He's going to have a hard time managing
He's having a
his
hard
team.
time right now as AOP hit the double power bomb. And clearly they've been taking lessons from Seth Rollins there.
That is a nasty way to fall, and Razor just manhandling a man of Randy's stature.
The FDW World Champion, no less, Randy Orton. That's they've been given the marching orders once again, wrenching now in the accolade.
We should probably mention that every man in this match is a current champion here on FDW.
A lot of
the
gold.
World Champion, Hardcore, and Tag, all in the same ring. And Doug, obviously, the Drug Champion.
The Drug Champ!
Just a one there. Just a one for the roll-up, and Randy back on the offensive. Just as I say it.
Quick double chop there to Randy's neck, and are they just softening Randy up for Rollins at Survivor Series? It's going to be the hell of a match as Randy, it's a big boot. Akam just catches him off guard.
And it's this tag team offense that is really going to help the Powers of Pain at Survivor Series. And let's
you
not
talk about
forget
wild cards here. Josh Briggs.
We've not seen too much of Josh Briggs, but the parts we have seen were impressive.
Is he the secret weapon? He impressed in the mini Royal Rumble recruitment showcase.
Well,
and now he's been
so
picked up by Seth Rollins. Yeah. As now Akam thinks about getting wild. Randy sees it coming. You've got to get up pretty early in the morning to catch Randy Orton off guard like that.
Randy needs to make a tag here, but AOP keeping him isolated, softening him up for the weekend. And
Bronson wants it. He wants some of that RKO. There we go.
Bronson's in. Bronson just steamrolling.
That he
Akam.
is. As miscommunication between Bronson and Randy Orton. Akam taking charge.
Ensues, but Akam able to.
More drama.
Razor now in the ring. It's falling apart.
But AOP on the same page, and once again, the tag team unity of AOP.
It's everything. It's everything. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he just busted Bronson open.
That's usually not a good sign. If you've busted Bronson Reed open, that usually signals that you're going to end up in the hospital. Good Akam about to be doing the unthinkable. The first man to make Bronson Reed bleed and live to tell the tale. We've still not seen Sheamus. 2 years later, we don't know where he is.
Usually Bronson ain't got time to bleed, but...
Bronson Ventura.
Yeah. But again, AOP looking outstanding here tonight.
I'm only surprised you're surprised they're the tag team champions.
Well, no, I'm
Super
I'm
Collider from AOP.
They are putting the whole locker room on notice as they go for
and there's the positioning again of Akam, who stood between Orton and Bronson.
Luckily, Bronson able to get the shoulder up, I believe.
Yep, as the blood begins to flow. Razor in control.
There is a very high price for Randy at Survivor Series. If his team lose, he must face Seth for the title at Super Showdown.
Yeah. And let's face it, if you're facing Seth, you're not just facing Seth, are you?
No, absolutely not. This could be a real problem for Randy Orton here. Oh, God.
Not every day you see Bronson Reed get thrown around like this, as Razor proving his dominance now.
Yeah, Bronson was looking to turn things around. The miscommunication happened, and
another Super Collider from AOP.
Oh,
And this
AOP since.
is it going to happen? Are they pinning the beefy one himself?
And they've done it.
Oh my god. They've made him bleed. They've lived to tell the tale.
This
is scary.
If I was Randy Orton, I would be worried going into Survivor Series because this is a team to be reckoned with.
And this was just half of the team they're going to be up against.
Yeah,
they're going to be in there with Seth and the wild card that is Josh Briggs.
If they manage to somehow eliminate those two members, they've still got Josh Briggs and Seth.
Well, next time at Jose, it will be Survivor Series. God knows what's going to happen. We're going to have the Women's Championship on the line. Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. That's proven
huge.
That's surely to be a banger. We've got this epic tag team match, which I'm looking forward to. And then Logan Paul's throwing an open challenge for the hybrid title. So I wonder who's going to step up to the plate there.
It's anyone's guess, and it is a great time to be watching FDW.
Well, we are very much looking forward to the next one, and we hope you are too. We will see you soon.
Laters.